You guys, that men's tell all was something different. I don't know what about it was different, but something about it was different in a very weird way. Something about, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the Brayden tell all. Oops, I mean men tell all. But it was mainly Brayden. Like, why was it so? I mean, we all know why it was focused on Brayden so heavy. Like, he really carried the show in the drama department. But it was kind of like annoying. But at the same time, they're going where the money is. And spoiler, that The Bachelor secured the bag, the paradise bag, by having Brayden in it. Congratulations to ABC for knowing what they're doing with this casting. Seriously, if Brayden wasn't, me and my husband both clapped when they announced that Brayden was going to be on Bachelor in Paradise, because they know what they're doing. Anyway, we're gonna go through the standout moments of the Men Tell All, not talking about like the summary of the Men Tell All, because we all watched the same exact thing. So many spoilers are going to be included in this. We are, as always, an anti-Brayden household, but I do not agree with like kind of this piling on mentality that has happened throughout all of the years of The Bachelor, which is like sometimes it's warranted, and this is where I feel like it's not. Brayden, like what some random person said, as much as y'all wanted to hate him, and I say y'all as in relation to the boys, like I don't know if the audience hated him. I didn't really keep up with like public opinion, but as much as everybody wanted to hate him, he really was just like somebody who was a little bit too obnoxious and honest and had weird earrings, and that's really just it. Anyway, okay, the first note that I have written down was that all the men decided that the greatest thing of value that they had to say was in relation to how they don't like Brayden, which is like, ugh, God, like, you could just tell the most random people were like, oh, and let me say this about Brayden. Let me say this. Please. It was not that serious. Like, it was weird, especially in the moments where they were like battling about like those were just my doubts, and I know that your doubts were this, but those were just my doubts, and I think that my doubts were a little bit more genuine than your doubts. Like, let's just be real. It's like y'all both signed up for The Bachelor. Your doubts are played up for performance sake. What the heck? All of this was so weird. I just didn't like the piling on of Brayden. Sometimes I'll refer to him as Brandon just by accident. Sorry if you ever hear me do that. I'm talking about Brayden. But yeah, so God, the whole FP thing. What the heck was? I remember like I didn't just watch this a couple hours ago. Me and my husband were just sitting here like, what the heck? What the heck? Who is that guy? Like, most of Bachelor Nation, we're just sitting watching me like, who the heck even is Pete? Who even is he? And then they're talking about how, I mean, they basically justified that they bullied him. They justified that they basically bullied him and put these little secret messages in the Bachelor like biopics, which is like, oh my God. I feel bad for anybody who is bullied, and even if it's in secret, you're still doing it. Like, as much as all the guys didn't like him, nope, it's never warranted for you to put things like FP on all of your pictures just so you guys can all laugh about it. That's the definition of bullying, is doing something at somebody else's expense for your own enjoyment. In my opinion, that's harmful. Like, it's so weird that everybody is like, I'm the best, I have the most morals, I do, and then they're like, yeah, whatever, like, we put FP on our like photos, who cares? Seriously, it was a secret. Like, if Brandon just, it would be a secret. Anyway, I feel bad for the guy, but whatever. R.I. Pete. I said, who the heck? If you, okay, I hope somebody's paying attention. I was not really, but there was somebody who looked incredibly similar to Peter Weber, dude. There was somebody in the cast who looked so similar to the past Bachelor, Peter Weber, and I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him. I can't put a picture in because I'm not editing this, but it was astounding. It was astounding, the resemblance. If you catch what I'm saying, let me know. But if you don't, I don't fault you. I barely can catch what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I said, okay, Aaron would say, hit the gas to nobody. He would say hit the gas to nobody when Brayden was like, I just want y'all to know that Aaron wasn't even talking to anybody. He literally said, hit the gas to an empty car. That is just like buffoonery at its core. It's so funny, but it's such Bachelor performance art. Some of these people need to teach classes on reality TV performance. Like, I just so appreciate it. Brayden, I don't want to keep talking. Every single time I have to talk about Brayden, I just feel a little bit drained and annoyed for anybody who has to listen to this, because you don't want to harp on somebody for so long as if that's the only person you have to talk about, when there are probably other conversations we could be having. But just to get out of the way, I said Brayden needs to be smart and start an earring brand. Yes, dude. I know. It'll be obnoxious because it's like, are you serious? But it would be the best move for him. Everybody knows he's known for his earrings. Drop the line. The Bachelor girlies who love him will be buying. If not an earring line, no, it just has to be an earring brand. Like, it can't be anything else at that point. It's just kind of stupid if you start anything other than an earring brand after he's known for having these like weird earrings. It could be like DIY earrings that you just make with your hands and string, and you can upsell it for like $20 a pair. There will be people that will be buying. So Brayden, if you're ever in a pinch, just know there are people that will buy your earrings. I will not be one of them, but there will be people. Then I wrote down, the bag is secured with Brayden to Paradise. I am so excited to watch Paradise. I'm almost sad that we get the Golden Bachelor first. Also, speaking of the Golden Bachelor, I'll get to my feelings about him later. Spoiler, I love him. Oh my god, if my grandma was alive and single, I would be signing her up. Both of my grandmas died happily married, so that wouldn't even be a possibility for me. But anyway, okay, so they pulled Xavier up for the hot seat, and I was uncomfortable because I could tell that he was coming from a place that was very vulnerable, and that was real, question mark. But it just felt uncomfortable to watch because it was uncomfortably vulnerable. You know when somebody's like so vulnerable that you're like, yeah, I mean, respect you, love you, want to support you, but you're making it kind of tough. Like, it's kind of hard to listen to you, because, see you, but the delivery is hitting a cringy part of my heart that I can't really, like, understand. Feel for Xavier, I really do, because at the end of the day, he was just trying to be honest, I guess, but he was slipping up and being a little too honest, and it was a little too telling of his character, that he just wasn't ready to give up these single nights and commit to just one person. But timing is divine. He'll find somebody or somebody's. He'll be on Paradise for sure. Everybody will be after him. My God, it'll be fine. Not the when he was talking to Charity in the hot seat, he's like, I just want everybody to know I denounce cheating. Okay. Okay, I denounce cheating. I'm sorry. You don't need, like, that is the most obvious thing to say. I denounce cheating. Of course you denounce cheating. I don't know who would advocate for cheating. Name one person who would advocate for cheating. So it just felt kind of silly to hear I denounce cheating. Because it's like, okay, maybe if it was something that was a little controversial, that maybe people thought that you were like, maybe Charity had thrown out a vibe that maybe you were polyamorous, and maybe he would have said like, oh, I didn't polyamory. But that's controversial because it's like, don't denounce something that people do. I don't know. But like, you just don't need to denounce cheating. Like, what? It just was interesting because I don't think that any of us were thinking he's an advocate for it. I just think he just messed up a little too much, and thought that loyalty was only owed to wives. What? Okay, so I said, oh, okay. At first, when Xavier got up and he was like, I got something for you, and he just gets up, and you're like, where? I said out loud, where is he going? Where are you going? Where are you going? What? And then after I was like, where are you going? Then I, of course, he brings back the knitted bros, and you're like, oh my God. He's just a normal boy who likes to knit. He's a softie. Oh my God. Like, he has a heart. He's a human being at the end of the day. Like, he may stumble and fall over his words, but at the end of the day, he'll knit you his heart, bro. And then I felt bad about me being, where is he going? Anyway, like, I'm in a silly, goofy mood, so if I'm just being a little extra goofy and you're like, who is that? It's just because it's late at night and I'm just feeling a little bit goofy-oofy. And goofy-oofy Ruthie. Sometimes I'm like, delete the channel. Like, it's not too late. If my coworkers ever found this and you see me talking right now, no you don't. You didn't see this. Anyway, so they bring on the past bachelors, and I really do appreciate seeing the first ever Bachelorette. Oh, did I say bachelors? I really appreciated seeing only the first Bachelorette. I didn't care really about Danae, or I forget about the other one. I don't really care about them because I didn't watch their seasons. I doubt that anybody has been watching The Bachelorette since that point. I could be proven wrong. Somebody could let me know that they've been watching forever, but in my opinion, Bachelor Nation is full of a bunch of people who have like started at really random times. So I kind of feel like, who is that for? I don't know. Maybe Bachelor Nation rolls so deep that a lot or a bulk of Bachelor Nation is made up of people that wanted to see that. But I, as somebody who started watching in Ben Higgins' season, was like, ugh. And I kind of skipped a little bit of that point. Even though I'm reporting on this, like I really didn't. I felt like all of it was just going to be like, oh my God, look at you guys now. How are you doing? And then they're going to talk about how they're doing. And then Charity's going to be like, you know what? I so appreciate you guys. And then Jess is going to be like, oh, do you have any advice? And then the girls are going to be like, you're doing just great. I don't know. I just felt like I knew exactly how it was going to go. So then we see the Golden Bachelor himself, Mr. Gary. Don't know his last name. Gary the Golden Batch. I am so excited, you have no idea. Like, you don't understand how geeked I am for Mr. Gary. Oh my God. He just seems like such a sweet, wholesome man. I mean, low-key, I could see him being a little bit raunchier. Like, when he was like, oh, wholesome, I like that. I could tell he was like, I sensed, not I could tell. I can't tell anything. I sensed that a little bit of him was like, I'm not wholesome, sweethearts. Mr. Wholesome who? I feel like he has a little bit of a silly little side to him. It's like a little gritty. He just seems like that type of guy, you know? Like, I know wholesome old men. Most of the people in my family are wholesome old men. This man does not give me wholesome. Especially going into the restaurant business, you done seen some things. You done did some things. Wholesome. I don't think so. But anyway, he also made me cry, dude. Oh my God. Got married. I'm gonna mess up these dates, so just know that ahead of time. Got married I think wife and him retired, or maybe his wife just retired. Was it July 8th or June 8th? One of those. So got admitted to the hospital, the emergency room a couple days later, and then died on the 15th. No, I can't. I don't want to bring down the energy from all the silly, goofy energy that I have, but like, I don't even want to say like when you have a spouse, when other spouses talk about them losing their spouse, it really, really hits me in a certain part that I could just cry instantly. I never knew how to cry so quickly until had a millisecond of thought about like, oh, my husband's gonna die one day, and like when other spouses talk about that, it freaks me out. It freaks me the frick out. The frick. It freaks me out so much and just because it's sad and it's terrifying, and the thought of losing my husband just is not something I ever want to think about. And Gary made me think about it, but that was like the first time on The Bachelor that I felt like I saw real, non even slightly performative emotion, you know? Like, I feel like when the girls and guys cry on The Bachelor, it's so like, you're not supposed to say goodbye to the people that you love. You know, it's like so like, it's like posy. But when Gary cried, like, also you don't really see old men show that much emotion. And it was just really, really sweet. And I just really feel for him. I hope the best for him. And he really touched a piece of my heart. And also he made me giggle so hard because when Jesse was like, you want to read some tweets? And he's like, what's a twit? Or maybe they were threads. Also, I did not think about that. The idea that The Bachelor could be using threads and not tweets anymore. Crazy. No, I think because they said trending, and trending isn't a threads thing. But when Jesse was like, Jesse and Jerry, I'm gonna mess that up a few times. But when Jesse was like, Gary, this girl right here on this tweet said you could get it. Said you could get it. And Gary's like, what does get it mean? That was so funny, dude. Oh my god. And even further, I'm so sensitive, it even made me want to cry and be like, look at how beautiful this man is. He doesn't even know what get it means. That's so... Maybe he is wholesome, because I feel like even older people know what get it means. Gary. Dang. This was a little bit of a shorter video. I'm kind of happy about it because I love having kind of succinct points that I can summarize into something shorter. But yeah, come back next week. Hopefully I can upload again on a Tuesday. I love that. And I'm going to be reviewing The Ultimatum. As well as I just post other casual content. If you liked any part of this video, let me know in a like or a comment. I so prefer comments. Even if you don't like this video, like it anyways. But like, even if you don't, at least comment something that, I don't know, you like felt about this season. Because I just appreciate people talking to people. Like this channel is very casual and is meant to be kind of essentially like a public forum where I just post and then people just commune. So let me know because I love it. I don't have to say it anymore. You get it.